Hey guys, it's JJ. Welcome back to the Texans franchise. We have another slate of 3 games to go through as we have a nice upgrade here. +1 strength and run block and pass block. All up by 1. I really like that upgrade. He's a really solid center. A top 10 center in the league, apparently, according to those ranks. And yeah, we have an injury. Going into this next week, we are gonna miss Blake Cashman, and yeah, he has an abdominal tear. We're gonna start this episode with the Jacksonville Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence, one of the young and rising superstar of this league. They also still have their 2 running backs in the backfield. They have Christian Kirk with solid short to intermediate route running and catching ability. They have Laviska Shenault, great route runner too. He has some ability in the run after catch game as well. They have Evan Ingram, so lots of threats, but none of them are elite. So there might be a way to stop that, especially with a secondary that has been looking solid throughout the season. And then their offensive line looks kind of weak. They also have a new right tackle, a steal there, and then they drafted Darren Thomas. I think that was top 5 in the last draft. Looks really good. Does not have elite get off, but looks like a good edge rusher. They have also Trayvon Walker, the number 1 pick from a couple years ago, with his elite athleticism and really good run stopping upside. They have Josh Allen, but the rest of the defensive line looks really so-and-so, kind of average. Nothing special there. I think Josh Allen might be the biggest threat on this defense. Their cornerback room, their linebacker room, nothing exciting. They signed Nazir Adderley in the back end there, so somebody with a little bit of range. But we'll get into this game. I think this is a winnable one for the Texans, especially with their offense. I think the Jaguars defense is like really nothing crazy. They should be, we should be able to beat that. And I'd say that also the Texans defense should have a good chance to win some of those offensive line matchups there. We should be able to beat those linemen, tackles, and guards and get to the quarterback. They have really not all that. They do not have the star power on offense, I'd say. They have a few nice playmakers, as I elaborated, so you always got to pay attention to the running back duo there in James Robinson and Travis Etienne. But running backs do not make an offense, and I think that our cornerback situation should be able to contain those top wideouts. And we're going to start this game on offense for the Texans. Close bunch to the right. Davis Mills, pressure, getting in. And there is a strip sack. And this is a recovery by Josh Allen. Touchdown Jaguars. And that was really in no time at all. First play of the game. And you're already down by 7. Great play call there, calling up a 0 blitz. The protection was just not there. Free rusher up the middle, and Davis Mills was ready to get the throw there on the post, I think it was. But 7-0. And there is another strip sack, and the Jacksonville Jaguars recover that one too. 3 plays into this game, and we're already almost down by 2 scores. Because this is well inside field goal range. And if the Jaguars don't make a touchdown out of this, that is probably a pretty bad drive on offense. So now, what do? Texans defense is going to see the field for the first time today. And they're already down 7-0, starting at their own 21-yard line. So that is a lose-lose situation there, I guess. Trevor Lawrence on 3rd and 11, and it is broken up over the middle. That was Eric Murray. So they do add a field goal instead of a touchdown, but it's still 10-0. And finally, some offense getting going here. Brandon Cooks with a 21-yard run and catch. Should have been pick 2, should have been 3 turnovers in not even 5 minutes of game time. 3rd and 7. Davis Mills gets it away, throws it over the middle, and this is caught. And that is a nice catch by Brevin Jordan and a first down, probably like 11 or 12 yards. First down and 10. And this is a run to the left side. Dameon Pierce bulldozes one defender. Great play. 14 yards. Down to the 24. And now you're definitely in field goal range there. Knocking on the red zone. Great play by Dameon Pierce. You gotta run over one defender at least. 1st and goal. Mills on the double slants play. And there is another strip sack. And it is recovered by the Jaguars. Returned across midfield. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Jaguars. It's 17-0. What are you doing, Davis? Wow, that was awful. 3 strip sacks already. We're not even done with the first quarter. Barely halfway through the first quarter. And then, great run by Dameon Pierce and holding against Kenyon Green. 1st and 20. Blitz coming in. And the pass is away. And that is AJ Lincoln. 20 yards. And he exactly got the first down yardage on the dot. Great play by Mills to recognize where the blitz came from. And throw it right there. Mills does not get it away this time either. Was getting ready to throw it there. But that was a quick sack there. 2nd and 20. Davis Mills gets it away on the post. Justin Ross gets about 17, 18 yards back. 3rd and 2 now. You got to get this one. Dameon Pierce stuffed. Nowhere to go. 4th down and a loss of 3 yards leads to a punt back to the Jaguars. So down by 17 to end the first quarter. And a dime up the middle. And that's a first down too. I think that's Zay Jones, right? And 25 yards to cross midfield here from the Texans logo. It's Jaguars back to throw. He gets it away, and it is should have been intercepted. Intended for Kirk. That's a 4th down and a punt back to the Texans. But that should have been a pick 6 by Alex Day, dude. You need to intercept that and take it all the way, man. After 2 defensive touchdowns already for the Jaguars. And there is another holding by the Texans O-line. This time it's Andre Dillard. 3rd and 9. Nowhere to go. That would have been an easy pickup there for Pierce on the holding call. That was even away from the play. The play was designed to the left side, and Dillard is the right tackle. So punt back to the Jaguars. Great field position and nowhere to go. But there is an injury on the play, and this does not look good. This is Chris Portillo, and he is exiting the game into the locker room. Maybe not coming back today. 3rd and 6. Trevor Lawrence. Can you get the first down yardage? No, you can't. Great coverage across the board. He gets it away to the sideline. 4th down. Gotta punt it away. Torn labrum for Chris Portillo. Oh, this is bad. 17-0, and you're missing your middle linebacker already. And this is actually caught by Cooks. What a play. 50 yards downfield. Wow. Brandon Cooks gets the 50-50 ball. That should have been picked. To be honest, this was not great leverage. Somehow Brandon Cooks loses the inside release and gets to the outside. The ball was thrown to the inside, and somehow Williams just about missed it. So that's a first down, and Ty Johnson up the middle. Great rushing action there. 13 yards and a first down. Can you finally get some points on the board, man? Now down to the 1. 3rd and 1. Dameon Pierce up the middle. Touchdown Texans. Finally, something going there for the Texans offense after 3 awful turnovers, resulting in 17 points. Man, this Jacksonville Jaguars offense has not had a lot to do today, and they are up by 17-0. It is ridiculous. But the Texans come back and score 7 points. So now it's a 10-point game. Lawrence, 3rd and 5, throws it away. Great coverage across the board. Great job defense. Now Davis Mills, no, he hands it off to Pierce, and it's a 4-yard loss. Absolutely nowhere to go as the Jaguars in the backfield in no time. 2nd and 14, Mills gets it away. It's caught, and that's a 1st down, and it almost feels like kind of a miracle. Justin Ross, perfectly thrown to him over the head of the linebacker, and he gets the 1st down. Mills on the in route, on the dig, it's Cooks, and it's a 1st down. And now we're inside the 2-minute warning. So no huddle offense, and Mills gets it away, and that was a bad read. You should have thrown it to Justin Ross. He had a lot more yardage there, and a step more, I guess. 2nd and 5, going hurry up offense again. Mills gets it away. This time it's Justin Ross wide open in the secondary, and that's a 1st down, out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Now you're going to milk the clock. 35 seconds on the clock. Mills throws it. Wide open is Brevin Jordan. Great audible at the line. Saw that nobody was on top of him, and they had engage 8 in Indeed. So, yeah, great touchdown throw there by Brevin Jordan. I mean, not the throw, more like the decision to make the audible there. And then a almost blocked field goal, which falls short. And this is going to be a roughing the kicker on the Texans defense. They get 15 yards. They somehow got into range again. And that is way too easy, dude. That is 3 points on the board for Jacksonville, a 6-point lead at halftime. And the Texans really need to work on something there. This cannot continue like this. We had 40 offensive snaps and the Jaguars 19, and we still are outscored here. But yeah, let's look at a few games around the league, see what's happening here and there. Chargers in Nashville, Tennessee, and the Titans. Yeah, it's a close game. Both teams 14 points at halftime. And then the Carolina Panthers and the Buccaneers here with 2 rookie quarterbacks, and it looks like a close game here too. And apparently the Panthers signed Alan Lazard, which is kind of interesting. But let's get back into this game. It's Jacksonville, 3rd and 13 now after a couple unsuccessful runs. And he had a man wide open, Jalen Petre, completely botching the assignment. Luckily, he falls out of bounds, making the catch. That's on Lawrence. And great run here by Dameon Pierce. Finally, some running ability shown there. And they're getting upfield. Now 3rd and 2, you got to get this one. And everything's covered. Just one man open. And that's short of the line. And an injury on the play too. This is Eric McCoy. Oh man. This is not good news. And now they punt it back to the Jaguars, who can now score points. Or do they? No, they don't. It's Derek Stingley. 10-5 touchdown. Pick 6 Texans. And they are on top now. It's a 1-point lead. Wow, Derek Stingley came out of nowhere. This was just looking like a dump off, and Derek Stingley just jumps it from like 10 yards out. He saw this coming and takes it away, running it back into the end zone. This is the pick 6 we needed. We needed it earlier from Alex Day, but instead it's Derek Stingley. Pump fake. Lawrence, wide open. Laviska Shenault down the sideline, and Petre botching the assignment again. How can you let this happen? We had it just a couple minutes ago. Shenault wide open down the sideline, and Petre completely missing the assignment. Wow, this is so bad. And now the Jaguars are going to go 4-2. Lawrence, can you get this somewhere? Yes, he does. It's Zay Jones, and coverage can't hold up forever. The defense needs to get there in the pocket at some point, but that was way too easy. That was embarrassing. And then that looks like a holding to me, but it's not called. Brandon Cooks, it's out in front of him. Got to punt it back to Jaguars. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and this is Evan Ingram having an impact on the game finally. Getting a catch and a first down. 2nd and inches now, and they hand it off to Robinson, and this is one broken tackle and another one finally being brought down at the 23. 16-yard run for Robinson. 2nd and 10. It's a play action. And this is a throw into the end zone. And somehow it's a touchdown. It's Christian Kirk. Perfect coverage by Alex Day. And somehow Kirk still hauls it in. Alex Day even tried to rip it out at the end. And it did not matter. He did not care at all. You gotta, you gotta have that one. That cannot be a completion. So now it's only a 14-point game in just a few minutes. A.J. Lincoln, first down. Davis Mills on the target there. 1st and 10. Wide open. Post over the middle. It's Justin Ross, and that's 11 yards. Actually, that's not 11 yards. That's 21 yards. 3rd and 5. Davis Mills wide open was the running back, and he gets sacked. I think it was another zero blitz. Devin Lloyd in the backfield, and that is going to be a field goal for the Texans, as Dameon Pierce would have been wide open on the angle route. Man. 2nd and 4 after the punt back from the Jaguars. They did not get the first down, and Dameon Pierce gets a first down here instead. So moving to the edge of field goal range, but now 3rd and 3. You gotta have this one, and they're gonna run it up the middle. And Dameon Pierce, 14 yards. He is running it a lot today, and he is at 128 yards right now. 3rd and goal from the 6. Davis Mills wide open. A.J. Lincoln, and the Texans are within one score again. Coming back a second time in this game. And now the 2-point try. And this, you gotta have this one. And they do have it. Dameon Pierce to make it a 3-point game. 2-point try is good. Texans down by 3. 3 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. Can you stop Trevor Lawrence? And he has lots of time. Resets more than once. And he has his man at the sideline. It's Christian Kirk, and a first down. Easily at the sideline there. I think it was 16 yards. Wide open there in between Jalen Petre, and I think that is Eric Murray there at the back. Great concentration to keep the feet in bounds. 3rd and 1 now at the 2-minute warning. Pressure coming in. Wide open. It's Evan Ingram. They had engage 8, and it did not work out whatsoever. Down to the 1-yard line. And the Jaguars should have just scored on that one. 1st and goal from the 1. It's Robinson into the end zone. Touchdown Jaguars. And this is the game. Man, that was risky. Calling engage 8 there, and Evan Ingram having a 49-yard completion. Texans are going to try it though. Hopefully not using any timeouts in the process. Brevin Jordan at the sideline. That's a first down. And now they have trips to the left. Mills got to make a decision sometime, and he has A.J. Lincoln wide open at the sideline, and that's 19 yards, I think. So first down there. 2nd and 10. Can you get one more touchdown? Mills sacked again. And this is Fadukasi. 3rd and 19. Do you have the first down right here? 34 seconds on the clock. Mills has the time. It's Justin Ross at the sideline, and that's a first down, 23 yards, out of bounds. Stopping the clock, 29 seconds. Still all 3 timeouts here. 1st and 10. Mills gets it away. Corner route, wide open. It's A.J. Lincoln, and it is a touchdown for the Texans. But does it matter, though? 3-point game after this one. Great throws on this drive by Davis Mills, making up for, 3 turnovers in the first half. Now 2nd and 7. They're going to hand it off, and this is going to go nowhere. So they are still having timeouts here. Maybe you can get the ball back there. 3rd and 9. Handoff. Robinson up the middle. Nowhere to go. Another timeout used by the Texans. Now 4th down. They punt it back. And this is coming down to a Hail Mary try by Davis Mills. He's going to throw it up, launch it down the field. It's going to come up short. And it is incomplete. And the Texans lose the game. Yeah. That really hurts because you should have won this game by a lot. This Jaguars offense did not do anything. Yeah, they put up 42 points, but you cannot forget 17 of those were basically purely the defense. So in reality, it's just 25 points. And then one coverage mistake there by Petre, allowing one deep touchdown. Redact 7 more points, so that's 18. And then the last touchdown that was completely unnecessary, that should not have happened, but it did because they actually passed it. I thought for sure they were gonna run it, and they did not, and they were rewarded for a gutsy call there. Justin Ross balling out again. Brandon Cooks also great catches there. And AJ Lincoln, 89 yards. We had lots of offense in this game. We should have won this game by multiple scores, probably more than 3. And we did not because 3 forced fumbles in like the first 6 minutes of the game. That was really awful. And then Farouk Kassi was in the backfield all day long. We could not have one sack today. We did not have one single sack today. And the defense held up. Like Derek Stingley, Alex Day, Avante Maddox did a great job today. But Farouk Kassi with 2 forced fumbles. And then Tyson Campbell, that was the blitz up the middle. Great play. Yeah. Pretty bad loss. Davis Mills gets an upgrade, and a rather weak one at that. It does not feel like he's progressing all that much. His accuracies are kind of stuck. This is a point where you would decide usually, yeah, let's go into a new direction. Let's get a new quarterback. But I can already tell you, these quarterbacks in the draft class, they do not look great. What looks great, though, is Jamie Cantu. He is really developing nicely. He has another great upgrade here. And we also have an injury from that game. Luckily, we get Eric McCoy back. But if you remember, early in the game, we lost our best coverage linebacker in Chris Portillo. And he's going to be out for 3 games. So it says 4 weeks, but this is before simulating. So it's going to be 3 games. The Colts, the Bucks, and the Panthers. And then we have a decision to make. Focus players, I already can tell you. Quarterbacks look pretty awful. And I'm going to go in a different direction in this draft class too. First up, Brian Roberts. He's a corner. Yeah, I know we already drafted 2 top 5 corners in the last 2 top 3 corners rather. But he looks pretty promising, I gotta tell you. And we have 3 first-round picks this year too. So I'm going to scout him. He looks pretty good. And then something that might happen that I never do. Absolutely never, ever, ever. Draft first round tight ends. And yeah, he's on the board at 57. But Diego Cordova doesn't look quite generational, but he looks like a stud. He looks like a top 10 prospect. And if I get a chance at the end of the first round, I'm gonna take him, dude. And then Caleb Burgess. He also looks like a really good cornerback with really promising athleticism. And we're going to take a look at those players in no time after they have been scouted. But I also got to tell you about a different prospect, and it's not Carlos Harriet. It's Byron Redman. He is also a safety. There's a decent chance that I will take a safety top 10. And then another safety in the second round, because Caleb Burgess and Byron Redmond look scary. And Byron Redmond, by God, he looks like almost generational. And I will always take a player that looks that good. And Carlos Harriet does not. He just looks average. And even though there's a few ratings in there, you could say, oh, there's some B's and A's in there. Yeah, but he is nothing like Diego Cordova. I gotta tell you right now. Let's move on. Contracts. After the Laramie Tunsil debacle, we're gonna try to re-sign at least some of our line depth, and this time it's on the defensive side, and it's Matthew Ioannidis. It's a 1-year deal. I like him. Our run defense has been a lot better this year, and I think that Ioannidis is the reason for that. And so I want to keep this guy around. Let's see what he does. If he gets better, maybe give him a multi-year deal at the end of next year or something like that. As Alex Day gets an upgrade after the disappointment that he has only Superstar Dev and not X Factor. But his ratings are getting up there, dude. And then we also have a upgrade for Greg Springs. And this is kind of average. Could be better, could be worse, I guess. But yeah, he also only has Star Dev, which is kind of disappointing a little bit, but I get it. He's just like a second round selection, I'm not sure. Looks pretty solid though for his rookie season. And then another rookie, Paul Harrison. I drafted him in like, I don't know, 6th round. He has a nice upgrade here, getting some of those, I think it was power moves up. And yeah, maybe he might be a decent backup pass rusher on the interior for the future. But yeah, let's move on. And yeah, we just suffered 6 sacks in that last game. And we gotta do better than that. That was an awful performance. I know that there were a few sacks by design from like blitzes, and I just didn't get the ball out quickly enough. But dude, that was an awful performance. Even though there's like probably 3 sacks that were given up purely on 4-man rushes, there were lots of pressures in this game. There were lots of throws that I was like, oh man, I'm glad he got that away in time. And there were times that he didn't have enough time and it was strip sacks. So that's pretty awful. And the line has to do better than that. And now we're gonna face Matt Ryan, the Colts. Another divisional game, and we all know what this is about, man. It's Jonathan Taylor. If you can stop him, you can stop this offense. If you can't stop him, you're done. You're gonna get obliterated and probably have a 40 or 50 burger. They also do have some decent weapons in the receiving game, but I hope that we can shut down Michael Pittman because he's the top guy. And then all the other guys, not that special. They have their solid offensive line. Ladarius Barton looks like a freak edge rusher. He looks like an absolute monster. They have DeForest Buckner in the middle of that defense. Not sure if running is gonna work today as much as it did against the Jaguars. We had 128 with Damian Pierce alone. And then they also have Shaquille Leonard, who is still one of the better linebackers in the game, with great run stopping upside, not so much in coverage. They drafted Kai Kerr in, I think that was the 1st round, and he looks really solid. Great run stopper, bad coverage defender. And the cornerback room has Stephon Gilmore and what's his name? Not sure. Kenny Moore. And then in the back end, Julian Blackman, kind of exciting. So there is some excitement about this defense, but also some areas where they could improve a little. And I think that this is a game that you would not expect the Texans to win. It's just we can't hold up on the lines. The Jaguars had bad defensive and offensive lines, so there is a decent chance to win that game, and we should have won it. But the Colts they just have too good of a offensive line to stop them on offense. and their defensive line honestly looks pretty scary, or front seven talent in general. Bobby Okereke in the middle looks like a solid young linebacker there too, so I didn't even mention this guy. But we're gonna start this game on offense for the Colts, and they have Matt Ryan, who does not have the greatest season, I gotta tell you. But they might be doing enough to just about win the division, and that's enough to go to the playoffs, have a home game. 1st and 10, and it's a handoff and nowhere to go. Great play by the returning Blake Cashman. 2nd and 11. Taylor, and there is the run defense we all know. This is 18 yards to Taylor. Wow, that was not great defense. 2 tight ends, 1 on each side, and this is nowhere to go for Taylor. You always gotta wait until he actually is tackled, because you always can break a tackle, and there is an injury, and it's a big one. It's Marcus Davenport, the stable on the left side on the line. He has been our best pass rusher this season, and he is leaving. And there is a huge TFL. That was great defense. I think that was even Alex Day, if I saw that correctly. Yeah, that's Alex Day. Great run stop there. That's a nice play. Dislocated elbow for Davenport. So another game where we lose a key defender in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 now after the punt, though. So the offense is on the field, and that is a great play by Dameon Pierce on the angle route. Great stuff. 27 yards. That was awesome. And backflip at the end there. Great play by Dameon Pierce. Look at this one again. Wide open over the middle. Okereke loses track of him, and then he just spins away from first contact and from second contact, and then we are already into Colts territory. Post, and this is Justin Ross running away from the defense, and that is a 1st down, 36 yards. And Okereke tracks him down, or else he would have been gone. That's a great play by Justin Ross, the big body receiver. 3rd and 5. Mills has a man open, and that would have been a touchdown to Dameon Pierce. And instead he gets sacked. Pierce was just about clearing the linebacker there over the middle. He would have been wide open on that glance route. And now Jonathan Taylor loose in the secondary and gets a 1st down. Great play. And they're trying to erase this 3-0 lead in no time. Running down the field to end the first quarter. It's going to be a goal line. No, that's actually a slant. I thought it was going to be a fade. And Pittman can't hang on. Great coverage by Derek Stingley. And they tie it up at 3. No touchdowns in this game so far. Mills to the outside. And that's a great route by Brandon Cooks. Wide open in the soft spot of the zone. And getting the 1st down in the process. 1st and 10 now from the Colts logo. Dameon Pierce to the left side. Great blocking. 1st down. 11 yards. Into Colts territory. So there is some running upside in this game after all. 3rd and 3, gotta have this one. Pass rush comes in. This was a 6-man blitz, and this is Justin Ross on the post. I'm sorry, it was not a slant. 1st down Texans. Great play by Mills. 3rd and goal, and this is incomplete. Intended for AJ Lincoln. It's broken up. Another field goal. Blitz coming in, but they have the protection, and this is a catch at the sideline. Great play by Jelani Woods, and a 1st down inside Texans field goal range. 3 tight ends to the left. They're going to hand it off to Taylor, and nobody home. That's a 1st down, 21 yards, and Taylor is closing in on 100 already. 2 tight ends to the left. They hand it off, and we know all about this. It's a touchdown, Jonathan Taylor, and the only guy there trying to make a stop is Matthew Ioannidis. He got there too late, and this is a touchdown. Yeah, gotta get there earlier. 3rd and 3 for Davis Mills, and that's a nice completion there. We're closing in on the 2-minute warning now, as the Texans are going to try to have a touchdown by halftime. Mills gets it away, perfectly thrown over the head of Bobby Okereke, and that's a first down into Colts territory. And now you can start to drain the clock now. 3rd and 4. Mills gets it away, and it's caught by Dameon Pierce on the angle route. Gotta throw it a little earlier than that, but it's still 14 yards. Minute mark around the clock here. Gets it away to exactly where the blitz was coming from. 15 yards, and Brevin Jordan has a first down. And now you really need to milk the clock. 12 seconds on the clock. Handoff, Dameon Pierce, and he fights his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown, Texans. And they are taking the lead here, and it is a 3-point lead with 8 seconds left in the half, so that is obviously not going to lead anywhere for the Colts. And we're going to go to halftime after a great effort here. 3 defenders draped all over him, still fighting the forward momentum. So, of course, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. 13-10 at halftime. Great game. It's a really close one. Both teams are playing some good defense and offense. And we're going to look at a different game now. The Jaguars trying to get back in this division race, and they're at 5-5 right now, and I think they're gonna move on to win this game and move on to 6-5, above 500, I think, for the first time this season. And then the Tennessee Titans, they tried to move on to 6-5. They lose this game to the Steelers. So Baker Mayfield getting it done in Pittsburgh, as Dameon Pierce up the right side, and that is a first down, 14 yards. Great rushing lane there. The offense is doing something at least. 1st and 10, nowhere to go. It's DeForest Buckner, and we all saw that coming when I showed you that he was going to be in this game. 3rd and 9, Mills at the sideline, and this should be an interception for Gilmore. That was read all the way. It's a punt back to the Colts offense. Matt Ryan, they set up the screen, but that was horrible. 4th down, and they punt it back to the Texans. So another chance for Pierce. 3rd and 2, and nowhere to go. And an injury on the play too. And that looks really bad. It's Kenyon Green, the left guard, exiting into the locker room. That looks pretty bad. 1st and 10, Matt Ryan, and he goes down. And AJ Epinesa has a sack on the game. So 2nd and 20 coming up. Strained tricep for Kenyon Green. So that does not look good. But yeah, he's not going to come back, but maybe he's going to be back in the next game. 3rd and 20, Matt Ryan has loads of time to throw it. Finally decides to throw downfield, and this is somehow caught by Pittman. Wow, Derek Stingley was draped all over him for the entire rep. And seriously, it was like 15 seconds. And nobody got home for the pass rush. And then Alex Day misses the tackle. It's another first down, 13 yards, and this is how you lose games, man. Jonathan Taylor breaks a tackle, gets the first down, 11 yards, and another one here into the green zone. 1st and goal coming up. Now it's 2nd and goal, close bunch to the left. And Matt Ryan has all day to throw it. You gotta get home sometime, and now there's the pass rush. It's Ross Blacklock on the recovery. But I think it was AJ Epinesa on the forced fumble. Now actually that was Jabari Zuniga in the wake of the injury of Marcus Davenport. Great play by the coverage unit, I gotta tell you, because that was way too much time to throw it. And finally, they turn it over, and then the offense just 3 and out. So back to the Colts offense, starting again in their own territory, and this is a first down, easily. As fullback Janovich is going to have a talk here with Davis Mills, discussing the defense that is finally getting ready to do something. And this is a nickel blitz. Kendall Sheffield in the backfield there, and they get it done. And I just realized now that I said Avante Maddox earlier. Yeah, he's from my other series. This is Davis Mills going down again, and this is another punt back to the Colts. The slot corner for this team is Desmond King as they set up a screen and nowhere to go. Blake Cashman, he is ready to be seen. He is making some plays, but missing out on others. So it's kind of a split performance as Pittman down the field. Defender draped all over him and he hauls it in again. What else do you want Derek Stingley to do? What are you expecting of him? This guy's like 6'3". And coverage can't hold up forever. And it did hold up in this case. And you still haul it in. Like, what are you supposed to do as a defense? Jonathan Taylor with another run down the middle. And he's probably closing in on 500 yards on the day as this is incomplete. Jelani Woods just dropped a touchdown. And they have to add a field goal instead of a touchdown, and Mills rolls himself into pressure. It's Ladarius Barton, the X-Factor rookie edge rusher. And he just beat Laramie Tunsil straight up. 3rd and 19, Mills, post, caught, Justin Ross. And this is a beautiful, I think that's 27-yard connection. As Russ is balling out again today. 1st and 10, and it's Dameon Pierce. Breaks a tackle and still loses 2. Oh my god. Buckner in the backfield again, blowing up the play. 3rd and 9, and pressure is coming in. And Mills can't get it away. Left guard. That was a backup. I'm not sure who the backup is to Kenyon Green, but left guard gave up the pressure there. So it's another punt to the Colts. And look who it is again. It's Michael Pittman. And look who screwed up again the coverage. It's a cover 2 call for Petre once again. And he does not have his man once again. And this is the time where you got to say, this is it, dude. You're going to get replaced in the offseason. As AJ Lincoln gets the yardage back there. And that's a 1st down on a pretty bold blitz call for the Colts defense, and Davis Mills just threw it right into the pressure. 3rd and 9, Mills does not have his man. It's incomplete, and it's another punt back to the Colts, and we're at the 2-minute warning now. And this is wide open, and how can you let anyone be that open? 2-minute warning right here. Wow. This defense, man. This defensive line, man. Timeout taken by the Texans, but it won't matter anyway. It's another 1st down there for Taylor, and they're going to keep throwing it. 3rd and 1. You had a chance, and somehow the tackle is missed. It's another touchdown, and it's Kiki Cutie, the ex-Texan. How fitting of an end. This game was kind of ridiculous. This was absolutely awful by the offensive line of the Texans and the defensive line of the Texans. Trench play is awful. 1st and 10, there is a chance maybe to get a touchdown back, but you're out of timeouts. If you score quickly, maybe you get something, but Hail Mary for Davis Mills. 4th and 16 after another sack, and this is going to be incomplete. Turnover on downs, game over. 14-point loss. Colts win. I'm not surprised. Trench play, I said it before the game. It's just the Colts trenches are stronger. They have more and better players that are equipped to create rushing lanes. Stop offenses from create rushing lanes. I'm actually surprised that we were even able to run the football somewhat, but The offensive line just did not hold up their end of the bargain, and you can see it in the completion rate. It's 15 to 28. There were so many throws that Davis Mills was just pressured or hit during the throwing motion, nowhere to go. Jonathan Taylor obliterated us, 144, 6 yards of carries. Dameon Pierce, I tried to run it. There were some successful runs, but nothing spectacular. Should have maybe thrown it a little more, abused the secondary, not try to run it into DeForest Buckner, but it didn't matter in the end anyway. Michael Pittman, 184, ridiculous. And yeah, no surprise in this game, I guess. DeForest Buckner obliterating everything. We had, yeah, no pass rush in this game either. We have 3 sacks, but I can tell you right now, those were all coverage sacks and 1 blitz. And that was straight up awful. Yeah, Zuniga had a forced fumble, but we couldn't capitalize on it. It stopped them from having a touchdown more, but it doesn't matter in the end if you can't create on offense. And the offensive line was just not up to the challenge. The left guard replacement was not up to the challenge. It was Kenyon Green or bust, I guess, in this game. Ladarius Barton beat Laramie Tunsil multiple times. We have pressure from the right side all day. Andre Dillard has not been proving that he's the answer. And now we're going to miss Marcus Davenport for a couple of games too. So he's going to be out for some time. AJ Epinesa, I thought that he looks like a solid third edge rusher. Right now he's a starter. That's just not what he's good at, I guess. He's a good spot starter, and I want to bring him back because he's interested. He's not that expensive, and I don't think we have really seen what he's capable of. I think he's really young still, can do a lot. And look at Brian Roberts. Great to elite acceleration and great to elite speed. This guy looks like an absolute freak on the track. And B press, B catching, and B awareness, and A injury. Those are all ratings that, or minus the awareness, those are ratings that you can't improve a lot. So he's already good at press and already good at catching, and he is not injury prone, as opposed to Alex Dave, by the way. And zone and man is still a C. That's good enough for me to take him like at the end of the first round. I gotta take a flyer on that, especially if I have 3 first-round picks. I might even trade up from the second round. That is absolutely an option for me. And so Brian Roberts looks really exciting. That is a player that I want to have on my board. And we'll see about the other 2 players, but if there's a chance that I might get Brian Roberts like at the end of the first round, I'm gonna pull the trigger because he looks really good. And he's also somebody that might be dangerous in the slot, but I'm gonna have to see about that tackling now. So we're gonna face the Bucs now, and Tyson Clark is their rookie quarterback. I showed him earlier. He was doing well against the Panthers. They still have Leonard Fournette, who is a different kind of running back. He's really powerful. He's actually reminds me a little bit of Dameon Pierce. And then they obviously still have Mike Evans, who has his ridiculous catching ratings and basically no route running compared to that. They have Chris Godwin still there as second wideout. Great slot receiver with awesome catching ratings and short and intermediate route running. They have a solid offensive line, and they have Vita Vea, 99 strength. This dude is ridiculous. They have a great pass rush. Shaq Barrett with X Factor. He lost kind of a step there. He's not as great as he once was, but still a good pass rusher. They have Devin White ranging over the middle with that great athleticism, good coverage abilities, and also good run stopping. They have a solid corner duo. They have Antoine Winfield in the back end there. yeah, this team still is stacked even without Tom Brady, who, by the way, now is playing in Philadelphia. So yeah, we're gonna move into this game, and I expect the Texans to lose this game, just because there is not enough trench play, and the way DeForest Buckner abused our offensive line, yeah, there is absolutely no way that Vita Vea is gonna do worse than that. He is an absolute stud, and I don't know how anybody's gonna stop him. And by the way, this is a rematch of Eric McCoy and Vita Vea. They have been facing each other for years in the NFC South, and now they get a rematch there. And by the way, Kenyon Green was not injured any further. It's just Davenport and Portillo for now. So Kenyon Green back in for this game. But we're going to start on offense for the Buccaneers. So Tyson Clark, that's kind of an average rookie season. I mean, that's not horrible, but it's not great either. And we're going to see how he is going to do against this defense. You need to be able to dissect this defense in the air, or maybe you're not, because Leonard Fournette is racing down toward the sideline. And that is a 48-yard run. Wow, this defense is so bad. Second and goal, and this is way too easy. Touchdown Buccaneers. It's Russell Gage. And a touchdown for the Buccaneers moves this scoreboard to 7-0. And we're going to see how the Texans offense is going to do. This was pretty awful for the Texans defense. So, yeah. Davis Mills, kind of a actually pretty decent season. I guess the completion percentage could be a little better, but we're going to see. Double A-gap look, and they're going to back out of it. And Mills gets it away. Post perfectly in between the zones at 21 yards to Justin Ross. And they're going to move the sticks quickly toward midfield. 1st and 10. It's play action for Davis Mills. He resets. Has a man wide open. It's A.J. Lincoln. And that is 19 yards and a first down. 3rd and 5. Pressure coming in. It's a 6-man blitz, and he gets it away, and Brevin Jordan just dropped the football. It was perfectly thrown. You should have had this one. Dude, that's a field goal for the Texans. And Tyson Clark at the sideline. That is incomplete, actually. And the Bucs have to punt it back to the Texans. So there's a chance to take the lead now. Davis Mills, 4-man pressure, post, up the middle, it's Justin Ross again. 1st down Texans, and they're moving the chains close to midfield. And now across midfield after a 7-yard run on 1st down, 2nd and 3. Wide open A.J. Lincoln on the slant, and that's 16 yards and a first down. And the Texans are moving the chains again. Now, 2 backs in the backfield, and it's going to be a throw. Mills gets it away. It's Brandon Cooks on the dig. 14 yards, first down. Mills showing really good accuracy on this first drive. And now we're into the second quarter, and this is a touchdown as Dameon Pierce shoves away a defender and runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. 10-7 on that second drive. Really great accuracy shown by Davis Mills. So, yeah. This is Tyson Clark. He gets it away cleanly, and that's a first down. But now 3rd and 6 from the edge of field goal range. Do you have this one? Tyson Clark throws back across the middle, and that is a dangerous throw. That could have been pick-sixed. But it's shy of the sticks. They punt it back, and Davis Mills goes down immediately. 3 and out. And what did I tell you? It's Vita Vea. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers with great field position now. And this is a great effort by Keyshawn Vaughn. And he's moving the sticks. Fournette up the middle, untouched into the end zone. 6-yard touchdown for the Buccaneers, and they are taking the lead back in absolutely no time at all. Pressure coming in. It's a 6-man rush, and he gets it away. Justin Ross runs away from defenders, and if you would have just broken that tackle, it would have been a touchdown. But we're closing in on the 2-minute warning, and that was a great play by the Texans offense. 1st and 10. Davis Mills hands it off. It's Dameon Pierce up the middle. And that's a huge first down run. And now you can milk the clock a little bit. 1st and 10. And they're going to go hurry up. It's Mills. Has a clean pocket for now. Resets to the right side. Gets it away. It's Brandon Cooks. And now you're in field goal range. And now you got to milk this clock down. 3rd and 2. And this is completely missed by Davis Mills as A.J. Lincoln was wide open to have the first down. 4th down and 2. You need to get this one. Mills, can you get it this time? Yes, he does. It's basically the same play. And A.J. Lincoln has a first down. 1st and goal from the 8. Mills, you need to get it away, dude. And he's got the touchdown. It's Brandon Cooks between the zones. And the Texans have the lead back. It's a 17-14 game with 41 seconds on the clock. But the Buccaneers are content on not doing all that much. Although they just got a huge first down to Mike Evans. They are taking a timeout and they're going to try this field goal. And this one is no good. To end the half, it's 17-14 for the Texans. And, yeah, we are more competitive in this game than I would have thought. This Bucs team does not look all that dominant. Yeah, of course, they have Vita Vea wreaking havoc over the middle. But all in all, I'd say this is a pretty good game by the Texans. And we were able to move the football. There were a lot of close calls where you gotta get the football out on time, and Davis Mills did that just on time today. But I gotta tell you, this is really stressing anybody out that looks closely at those defensive line matchups, because pressure is coming in every single time, and Mills has to dish them out, take the hit every time. But now we start on offense, and Mills has a chance to extend this lead. Mills resets, gets it away, and it is broken up and intercepted. It's Devin White. And the Buccaneers just got a gift. Brandon Cooks, how can you not have that one? Dude, you gotta have that one. That was awful. What are you doing, man? He was wide open. Yeah, the impact is right there. And it floats around in the air, kind of a weird interception. It's not Davis Mills' fault, but Brandon Cooks, you gotta hang on. Maybe should have thrown that behind him a little bit more. As 3rd and 12, nowhere to go for Tyson Clark, and they tie up the game at 17. But great work on defense there to prevent them from scoring a touchdown when they already started in field goal range. And now Dameon Pierce with a nice piece of running to the outside. That's basically the only way they'll ever win anything here in the rushing game. And great play again by Davis Mills, taking once again a big hit on an unblocked defender on a 6-man blitz. 3rd and 9. Davis Mills, and again he takes the hit, but he has the hitch, and Brandon Cooks hauls this one in. So maybe there's a chance to retake the lead. 1st and 10. Mills gets it away to the sideline. It's Brevin Jordan, and he's got the first down, 11 yards. Trying to bulldoze one defender. Did not quite work, but he got the first down. 2nd and 1. Pierce is the back, and he bulldozes one defender and then to the end zone. He's got the touchdown. Great play by Pierce there at the goal line. This is the matchup you need to win. Just straight up running him over. And Now the Texans have the lead back 24-17. Can you preserve it? 3rd and 3. Tyson Clark to the outside. It's broken up, and that is great coverage. 4th down, and they need to punt it away. This is a punt. It's pretty deep to the 20. And Lincoln is going to reverse field and has some opening over there. Running it across the 40, taken down at the 43. And that is almost like a 25-yard return. So great play, great field position now. And Dameon Pierce, huge running lane, breaking 1 tackle. And this is a nice piece of running there. 12 yards into Bucs territory. And now Davis Mills has play action and nowhere to go. It's Shaq Barrett. And now you're out of field goal range, basically. 42, that's a 59-yard try. You need to get closer even a little bit. If you make it like 5 yards, that's better than nothing. But 2nd and 17, maybe you can get it all back. 2nd and 17, Mills, blitz coming in, and he throws it straight into it. And Nico Collins gets the 1st down. So maybe there is a chance to win this game after all. Double A-gap look again. And they are going to hand it off to Dameon Pierce. And he's running over 1 defender, falling ahead inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line to end the quarter. Moving on to the 4th and final quarter of this game, starting at the 2-yard line. You need to get this touchdown. Make it a 14-point game. And they are going to throw the bubble to Ross, and it's a touchdown. Easy money. This is a nice walk-in score for Justin Ross. Perfect blocking by Brandon Cooks. And the Texans are leading by 14. Clark to the outside, and that's a bad miss, as Kendall Sheffield was right there. 1st and 10 after the punt. Now for the Texans again, and they're going to run it. And he was getting away from the 1 defender, so that's 11 yards. 3rd and 9 now. Davis Mills, 4-man pressure, rolls inside the pocket, and that's A.J. Lincoln. And another 1st down, 11 yards. 3rd and 12 now after 2 unsuccessful runs. 5-6-man pressure, and he does not get the completion this time. Nico Collins was not in front of the corner, and that was very lucky that it didn't get intercepted. And this is the perfect punt inside the 1. It's Cameron Johnston. What a thing of beauty, man. They're starting this from the 1-inch line, and it doesn't matter because the run defense absolutely sucks. 3rd and 6 now. Couple plays later, and a huge opening there for Chris Godwin, and that's a nice conversion for Clark. So they are not out of this. You have 4 minutes left to drive down the field, get a touchdown, stop them, and get another touchdown. This is Russell Gage. That's a huge completion, 19 yards this time, into field goal range. So this would be a 50-yard field goal from here, but field goals are not going to help anybody. It's Fournette to the left side. Nice blocking. Finally brought down after a 16-yard pickup, and Fournette is closing in on a $150 in this game. 3rd and goal. You got to throw it here. Clark has lots of time. Dumps it off to Fournette. And this is 4th and goal at the 2. Now you got to go for it because this is the 2-minute warning. Handoff. Fournette. Nowhere to go. And this ends the game essentially. Great play by the defense there. Finally, a goal line stop, and Dameon Pierce running it up the middle, bulldozing Winfield. 14-yard run, timeout taken, and this is the end of the game. Texans win 31-17. It's the 2nd victory of the season. Finally, a great performance by the offense, supported by a strong defense, allowing only 14 points. Yeah, I know, 17, but 3 of those points were because of the interception that was returned into field goal range, and then the defense got a 3-and-out, so Not mad at that at all. Only 14 points allowed. Leonard Fournette, 146. That is kind of critical, but we were able to stop them at the right times. Dameon Pierce, 109. 4 yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. Very solid. Brandon Cooks had a huge day, but also 2 drops. AJ Lincoln, 75 yards. It seems that he always gets the important catches on 3rd down. And then Justin Ross, kind of quiet today, having a few nice catches here and there. And still 66 yards. And then, Vita Vea, he was a problem, man. He also got a sack. Shaq Barrett got a sack. And our defense did not get anything. But now let's look at the most interesting thing of all. Diego Cordova, 6'6", 21 years old, lefty out of Stanford. And he looks incredible. He also goes in the first round in mock drafts. Great to elite excel, good to great speed, good to great strength, and basically every athletic score good to great or better. Diego Cordova has A catching, A deep route running, B run block, B spec catch, B pass block, B break tackle, even A awareness. This guy is a monster, and I want him on this team because Brevin Jordan today as well has shown that he is not a above average tight end. He is just a solid option if you don't have anybody else, and this is what this team is right now. But if we want to win, this is the kind of playmaker that you want to have on your team. And Diego Cordova, I want to make him a Houston Texan. That's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more Texans franchise. See you in the next episode. Until then, spread some love.